I always say to people, there are two types of people in the world. Of course, there are more than two types, but there's those people who could not resist opening that door, and there are those that wouldn't. Those that wouldn't wish to open that door, I have no time for, because the curiosity to look behind a door like that is just enormous. So I opened that door, and there was a greenhouse that you see at the bottom there, completely held up by brambles and ivy. Actually, that picture has had a bit cleared off it. It was lethal, but I fell completely and hopelessly in love with it. And I knew at that moment that I was going to restore these gardens back to their former glory. And the story of that would change my life. And the weirdest thing, and why this is relevant for you, is at that time I knew nothing about plants. Seriously, this is not an exaggeration. I knew nothing except usually the green side faced the sun. That was all I knew. And why that is important is so many people limit themselves because they think that what they've done in their previous life equips them for their future. Actually, it's true your previous life equips you for the future, but strangely, it is bringing experience from a previous life into a section of life where no one has ever met anyone like you that changes the future. So I arrived at Heligan. I started to restore it. I understood instinctively what I needed to do. I've been in the music business, and what I learned in the music business was something that everybody needs to know, which is if you love something and you are not a freak, and most of us aren't, there will be millions and millions and millions of people who feel the same way about it as you do. Therefore, the issue is simple. It's called marketing. The thing that I hope you've got out of seeing what I did at Heligan and at Eden is the strangest thing of all is it's much more difficult to do a small thing than to paint a picture that's big. The reason I had over 100 people working for me for nothing was that I realized early on that magic is made by persuading people who think that their best years are behind them, that there could be one last hurrah, and young people who don't know that things can't be done to come and work and do something and prove the oldsters wrong.